All right, so let's go ahead and once we spawn all of these items here, let's add in a function. We'll call this set color of spawned nodes. Okay, and what that's going to do is we will set this to pretty much all of these here. So we'll set it to the player. We'll say set color of spawn nodes. And the reason why we're doing that is that once we set the color of the spawn nodes, we will set the color to whatever we need it to have here. And by the way, we need to go to self.addChild and we're going to say circle actual, like that. Okay. And exclamation point, and we'll say set color of spawn nodes. So we'll constantly call it, and we'll say if color choice is double equal to 0, we will say player dot color, or yeah, player dot color is equal to red foreground color. We're also going to say square collect dot color is equal to red foreground color. We're also going to say that this is circle actual dot color, or dot, and this is where it gets a little bit weird. We see dot stroke color is equal to red foreground color, because remember, circle actual is a SK shape node, and it's different from an SK sprite node, so there's different properties. Circle actual dot fill color is equal to, and this is going to say red foreground color. All right, so we got the player, the square, and the circle actual here. Okay, now one thing we haven't done yet is we haven't spawned our labels, so let's go ahead and let's do that. So let's say function spawn LBL main, and we'll make that equal to LBL main is equal to SK label node, and we'll make that equal to a font named, we'll say is Futura. We'll go to LBL main dot font color is equal to off-white color, and we're just going to leave the labels as white. We can change them to the foreground if we want to, but let's just leave them in off-white color. So let's say font size is equal to, let's say 80 or 90, we could say. LBL main dot font. So we got the font name. What we're going to do is we're going to say dot position is equal to CG point. We're going to say this is CG rect get mid x self dot frame CG rect get mid y self dot frame, and we're going to add in 250 to that. LBL main dot text is equal to LBL main dot text is equal to start. Then we're going to go to self dot add child, and we're going to go to LBL main. Let's spawn function spawn LBL score. It's pretty much the same thing, and in fact we could probably just copy and paste it. If you do this though, however, if you do copy and paste it, what you want to do is you want to say this is LBL score. You want to go through each line. So score, off-white color, size, we'll make 50. That works, except we will subtract 300. We'll say this is score, colon, backslash bracket score. And then we want to make sure that is score, score, and score. Before we forget, let's hop up to the top here. Let's do spawn LBL main and then spawn LBL score. So let's get all those three in there. So let's take a look at what we need to do now. So if we go and we add in the set color here, we could, in theory, say LBL main dot color or dot font color is equal to red foreground color. We could do that. Now, if you want to do that, we might change that later. But for now, let's just, these are all the items that we need to do. So we have three if statements here. So we have color choice equals 0, color choice is equal to 1, and then color choice is equal to 2. Red foreground color becomes green foreground color. And you can just literally copy and paste it in here, just like that. So we have our foreground color, if each choice is equal to 1. Likewise, blue foreground color, and you can copy and paste it in here. Okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to set the color. So let's just run it and let's see what happens. Okay, and we'll take a look at this here. And you can see that, yeah, look at that. That looks pretty good. And I really do like the off-white color because it contrasts it quite a bit. The only problem is that if we go up to our start here, let's subtract more than 300. Let's subtract like 350, and let's see where that is. Now, we can change the color to something else here, but yeah, that's starting to look pretty good. Let's see if we can get a different color just to see if that looks here. All right, so it keeps on being blue, and again, there's only like a 1 out of 3 chance it's going to be blue again. All right, and so there we go. We got a red color, and I think that's starting to look pretty good. This is the tutorial.